are still there. So let me see if I can find somebody to talk to. In there. Good morning. Just asking what it's for. A lot of people are like scared, not knowing what's going on. Oh, perfect. It's a practice run, and they're going to be handing out food if you're in the Dallas Oak Cliff area.
Walmart on I-30 in Cockrell Hill sets up a practice disaster relief. Shalom, Kol Halal, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. Walmart in Dallas, Texas sets up a practice disaster relief. Okay, and we understand that Walmart, when you play with the words, it goes into martial law. Okay, how these Walmarts are going to be pop-up stations for, the MOTB, okay, micro C-hipping, and also internment camps, all right, where they're going to lock you up in these particular camps. And, so in this situation, you have it where Walmart is already having a practice disaster relief setup pop up, which means that what? They know something is coming, man. All right, these elites, they're getting ready to do something big in the earth, man, and we watching, we paying attention, and stuff like this is something to pay attention to. Okay, something to take serious. Okay, because you don't want to get caught up in this destruction that's coming, man. And a great destruction is coming. A lot of spirits about to get taken back to the spirit world, bro. Repent, stay on point, because the time is short. All right, so let's go over a few precepts, not making this too long. It says, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, and this is the same precepts over and over again because we have to, just make these points, drive it home. Okay, help you understand what's really going on. It says 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, who we are not ignorant of his devices. You see, people that's ignorant, they will ride past this and act like it's nothing. Okay, think that it's just a practice. It's just, when you practice, when you rehearsing for the real thing. So they know the real thing is coming. They're not putting all this time and money and, into this.
It looks like they are still there. So
they're not putting all this time, money, and energy into this, thinking that nothing's going to happen. They know something's going to happen.
Let me see if I can find somebody to talk to. In there.
All right, there we go, right there. So you see right there, it says on the tape, the blue tape or whatever, it says Walmart for good. Okay, like I said, Walmart, when you play with the words, it goes into martial law. Okay, they're going to use Walmarts, which is a Walmart in all these states, multiple Walmarts in all these states. They're going to use them Walmarts to bring in martial law. And all it takes is, we in this wartime, is for some disaster to happen. And then guess what? They shutting this place down. They got people, pretty much bottlenecked into going into these Walmart disaster relief centers to get food and water and medication or whatever they may need, and then eventually they're going to say you gotta have to have the MOTB to get any of that assistance and that help from Walmart. You see how they play it, but we're not ignorant of that. So we see these things playing out, and it's clear as day. She said some people are scared because they don't know what's going on, but we know what's going on, and we ain't scared. Okay, call Lawyer Hold by Shemal Shadow. We know what's going on, and we ain't scared, man. And the AMP, it says to keep Satan from taking advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. You see the same administration, the same powers that be that's, making the gas prices go up, causing these wars, making your hyperinflation, making the cost of living go up. The same people that's putting you in this, stressed situation, bringing this pressure upon you, is the same ones that's going to be trying to pretend like they're there to help you. Okay? So it says, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. So that's all it is. This is a scheme. Walmart for good. Why the hell would they put that on the tape? They want you to think Walmart is for your good. But the whole time, Walmart ain't never been for our good. All the food that's sold in Walmart is poisonous. Everything that's in Walmart is poison. Okay? Everything on the shelves is poison. Okay? So you gotta understand what time we living in, man. Let's go over here. Oh, let me grab this too real quick. What was I about to grab? let me grab this too while it's on my spirit. And these same precepts you keep coming up because the Lord is giving you these last warnings. It's gonna come a time when you're not gonna get these precepts no more, man. Proverbs 14:15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Yeah, Walmart is good. A simple nigga will believe that and go up there and do whatever they tell you to do. Okay? Don't be simple in these last days, bro. It says, Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man, a man of understanding, foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. All right? The simple pass on and are punished. And a lot of our people are just passing on. They're not paying attention. You know, whoever that woman was, it sounded like an Edomite woman. She had stopped and asked the questions. Oh, why y'all doing this? You know, an average nigga ain't gonna do that. They're gonna keep on riding and act like they don't see what's going on. They're oblivious to what time that we're in. All right, let's go over here. Circumspect. What's that? All right, it's just something quick in the spirit, man. You know, as we see these things, bro, we got to speak on these things. We got to alert you. Oh, so lucky I spelled it wrong. We have to alert you, let you know what's coming. Okay, it's coming down the pike. It says, Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. We in some evil times. Bad times are coming. And if they're doing disaster reliefs, then they know bad times is coming. And you know what's crazy too is that they're the ones that's bringing the bad times. So they're going to play both sides. That's what Esau does. He plays both sides. He'll play the hero and the villain. It says, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. Right. So we understand the Lord's will is for America to be destroyed. We understand that this means that it's going to get very, very bad out here. All right. And also we understand that that means that we're going to have to be, under that hedge of protection if we want to, be anything of, if we want to remain here. Okay. If you want to endure to the end, you're going to have to be on point, paying attention, peeping game. All these signs the Lord is showing us. Yeah, things about to get really, 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 really bad here, bro. All right. And most of these people ain't going to tell you that. They don't even know that, But the prophets, the true men of the Lord, it's our job to tell you and warn you of these things before they happen. All right, let's go over here. Work evil, which, like we said, bad times, beds. All right, it says, Micah chapter 2 verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Yeah, these devils are the ones that's doing this. They're the ones working evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Yeah, they got the power to do these things. Okay? They got the power to do these things. You got something called FFs. Okay? I'm going to just say it. False flags. All right? There's been a lot of reports of different attacks and stuff coming down the pike. So those are what? False flags. So they're going... Yeah, they got something called problem, reaction, solution. I'll just say that. Order out of chaos. Okay? So what they're doing in that video is they was showing you the order that they're going to bring after the chaos. That's why it was called a practice disaster relief. Oh, I got to grab that. Disaster after disaster. Let me grab this, finish this though. It says, an AMP. Woe, judgment is coming to those who devise wickedness and plot evil on their beds. When morning comes, they practice evil because it is in the power of their hands. They covet fields and seize them and houses and take them away. They oppress a man and rob a man of his house, a man of his inheritance. And that's what this devil's about to do. What they said, you will own nothing and be happy. Everything that you done worked up, in this society, it's going to mean nothing when this time comes. Because they're going to strip you of everything. All right? What else going to grab? Disaster. Evil. Yep. A lot of evil, bro. A lot of evil is coming. And it's our job to warn you. Let's grab this. It says, one of my favorite precepts. It says, Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5. It says, thus saith the Lord YAHWASHI, and evil, behold, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come. The end is come. It watches for thee, behold, it is come. Now let's read it in the AMP. I never read it in the AMP before, I don't think. It says, thus saith the Lord YAHWASHI, a disaster is coming. Did they not say disaster relief? Practice disaster relief. The Lord is telling us a disaster is coming. So we understand that this is real. All right. A disaster is coming. One so destructive and injurious, so sudden and violent, when you least expect it. You missing limbs. You know? You missing limbs and shit, bro. You might just be walking through the store, walking through the town, walking through a festival, a parade, and all of a sudden you hear a loud boom, and all of a sudden your leg is gone. This is the time we're coming into. Major T attacks, man. It says, and I've never read this, but I gotta bring this out more now. It says that it stands alone. Yeah, this gonna be atomic never before. I did a video the other day about, you know, that tower, the largest tower in Los Angeles. You know, something might happen to that tower. They already got something in the works. That it stands alone. A unique disaster. Look, it's coming. A unique disaster. So this is gonna be something like never before. It says an end is coming. The end has come. It has awakened against you. Look, it has come. Yeah, the end of America, bro. The end of life as we know it. You know, some of us, you know, most of us have been in America all our lives. Okay? So life as we know it is about to change. And if you ever been to, I was also meditating on that last night. If you ever been to another country, it's a whole different vibration, bro. It's a whole different, you know, you go to the stores, everything is different. So this whole American thing, this whole American experience is about to come to an end. And it's going to come to an end with disasters. Okay? A lot of disasters. Okay? Holy crisis, as they said. Pay attention. Stay circumspect. Stay alert. Shalom, Kamashwala, Baba Ball.